This special edition is sponsored by No Time for Games, the magazine, my magazine, where we bring in everything authentic from hip hop, entrepreneurship, custom designs apparel, latest footwear, everything. No game.
We're back with an I-Team exclusive. Renewed scrutiny on escalating violence at the Essex County Correctional Facility after a former New York City rapper who was awaiting sentencing on federal drug charges got slashed in a vicious altercation with another inmate. It happened yesterday afternoon, and investigative reporter Sarah Wallace has inside information.
I should get paid for the work I put in. I'm so Brooklyn.
Former Brooklyn rapper Casanova, whose real name is Coswell Sr., isn't going back to his hometown streets anytime soon. The self-proclaimed Blood gang member who pleaded guilty to federal drug conspiracy charges last year was involved in a vicious fight yesterday at the Essex County Correctional Facility in Newark. These internal reports from correction officers say Senior was slashed with a weapon by another inmate, Ulysses Lugo, and then chased him down with the help of others. We spoke with one officer who responded to the scene.
Inmate Lugo, you couldn't see his face because he was saturated in blood. You couldn't see it at the time because his whole face was saturated in blood. and his whole uniform was saturated in blood. Inmate Senior was sitting there and blood was just coming out of his face.
A spokesman for the county told us this minor incident and whether weapons were employed is under investigation. Insiders tell us the unit was not searched last night or this morning, but in a recent interview with me, the director insisted they have implemented enhanced searches.
We're doing the searches 2 shifts a day. I'm doing everything that you can from a correctional administrator handbook done.
And then there's the issue of officer training. Retired Correction Lieutenant Jim Teresi reiterated what we've highlighted in recent stories.
4-month officer with no academy training, and we put her alone with 64 federal prisoners who she has no idea who they are or what they're there for.
In January, state law will require correction officers to go through the police academy before they oversee inmates. But in the meantime, the numbers are disturbing. Since March, before yesterday, there were 17 codes: inmate on inmate assaults or inmate on officer assaults. Ironically, yesterday's violence came on the same day that a jury found 3 inmates guilty of the 2021 jail beating of Jayshawn Boyd. 2 were convicted of attempted murder. Boyd suffered permanent brain damage. His family has filed a civil lawsuit against the county.
Are you surprised that there's cases of violence after this happened to your son?
Yes, I am. They're doing nothing about it. Something needs to be done.
No weapons were found after yesterday's attack, but one inmate was seen trying to flush something down the toilet. By the way, in the federal case, the former rapper is scheduled to be sentenced later this month. He could face a maximum of 60 years in prison. From Newark, Sarah Wallace, News 4 New York.
We're back with an I-Team exclusive. Renewed scrutiny on the escalating violence at the Essex County Correctional Facility after a former New York City rapper who was awaiting sentencing on federal drug charges got slashed in a vicious altercation with another inmate. It happened yesterday afternoon, and investigative reporter Sarah Wallace has inside information.
I should get paid for the work I put in. I'm so Brooklyn.
Former Brooklyn rapper Casanova, whose real name is Coswell Sr., isn't going back to his hometown streets anytime soon. The self-proclaimed blood gang member who pleaded guilty to federal drug conspiracy charges last year was involved in a vicious fight yesterday at the Essex County Correctional Facility in Newark. These internal reports from correction officers say Sr. was slashed with a weapon by another inmate, Lissy Lugo, and then chased him down with the help of others. We spoke with one officer who responded to the scene.
Inmate Lugo, you couldn't see his face because he was saturated in blood. You couldn't see it at the time because his whole face was saturated in blood and his whole uniform was saturated in blood. Inmate Senior was sitting there and blood was just coming out of his face.
A spokesman for the county told us this minor incident and whether weapons were employed is under investigation.
No way. No way to set the record straight, but the only way he could set it straight is by denouncing the gang, and now his life is on the line, possibly because he might have to run around the prison ducking, and he might be in protective custody right now. And that's not because he checked in, that's because the prison now, being that he's a high-profile person, they put him in there involuntarily. So it's basically like he was forced to go in to PC or protective custody or solitary or whatever. The situation is real deep for that brother, and prayers go out to him. hoping that that just might be it, but knowing the prison politics or is way deeper because nobody really knows how the prison politics go when it comes to gangs. He could possibly lose his life, God forbid, and behind the wall. That might just set off a chain of events. Every gang member that's associated with his gang might have the green light to do whatever they want, try him, assault him, try and kill him, whatever. And this is for the little youngins out there, man. I want the youngins that be watching these things and listening to the certain type of music that promotes killing each other and all that, promotes gang activity. A lot of you kids who's not strapped in like baby seats or stuck like glue, and y'all have an opportunity to make a decision and a choice for yourself. You're not a punk if you do not join a gang. You're not a sucker, bro, at all. Don't let these people make you believe that you need a gang to survive or you need a gang to live out in these streets. You don't. I'm very successful. I don't roll with no gangs. I know a lot of people that's associated with it, but I don't mix up with that because I have the choice. I have the power not to, and I choose not to because I have possession and ownership of my life up until the point where somebody feel like they want to try and take it. Now that's when it becomes a different situation. But the real situation that happened at hand is that this brother got his face cut because he wanted to change his life and stop representing something that to him he felt wasn't a good cause. It wasn't something for him. You know what I'm saying? He knew what he signed up for. He was going all over the world screaming and representing what he was representing. And now, after the judge done told him that he could possibly spend the rest of his life in prison, he felt like he had to tell whatever he told that judge to get himself back to his family. Or it could be stemming from the slip of the lip in Tax Tone's case. Prayers for that brother. Everybody wants to be tough in the streets, wants to talk about rats this, rats that, rats this. I I feel like it's a big gimmick and a bunch of BS because the ones who screaming the tough don't rat this, don't rat that secretly are telling, whether it's voluntarily or it's slip of the lip. You gang members is out here promoting it, making it easy for the federal government to sit back and just record and watch y'all. They watching the Instagrams. Y'all know this, but y'all still steadily putting guns in videos, flashing all this money that you can't show cause for, all these expensive cars, they rentals, they might be. But at the end of the day, the feds tell y'all every other time they pick up a different group of people in RICO cases, they watching your Snapchats, watching your Instagrams, watching your federal stuff. They watching your Facebook. I'm facing 11 charges right now for exercising my First Amendment right against the pig who killed my little brother. Order protection was they hit me with an order protection, but first when I got arrested for this, they had a grand jury secret indictment for 6 misdemeanors on me, saying I aggravated, harassed the person who killed my brother. Then right after I get arrested, at my arraignment, they offering me 3 months probation, drug court, and anger management, which I refused because, for one, I asked them what the drug court's for. They said the marijuana usage. I said marijuana is legal in New York State. Two, what's the anger management course for? Oh, you come off as hostile and you angry. I said, hostile and angry is two different things. Hostile person does dumb stuff without thinking. Angry person is just angry emotionally and he might yell a little bit. There ain't nothing wrong and it ain't against the law to yell because you angry, especially when you killed somebody's loved one. How would you feel if your loved one was killed or your family member was killed? You would be angry too. And what's the 3 years probation for? Oh, the eight misdemeanors. I'm not taking nothing for exercising my First Amendment rights. They saying I threatened a cop. I shouldn't have all this leisure time if I threaten an officer. I shouldn't have what I have if I threaten an officer. They know this is bogus. That's what you fight for. You don't fight because somebody else the same color as you is from another area and everything. And that's what's crazy about it. Y'all brothers out here, y'all beefing with each other. And some might have serious beefs. People done died behind certain things. I can't fault y'all for feeling how y'all feel. It's a loved one. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you're promoting the things all over social media. That's not First Amendment rights. Y'all giving clues to the police where all they got to do is do a little bit of homework because y'all want to be declared to be so real. Y'all talking about old cases that they ain't even solved. They still looking for information. Y'all bringing up stuff in your music. Y'all giving these people help. Whatever happened to the rules? Stop snitching. That's what y'all live by in the street, right? But or everybody that's in the street on the gangster talk, shout outs to the real ones that don't say too much, that just move in silence and do what they gotta do. But there's a lot of guys out there that be in the streets and they gangsters and they just telling all their business. And that's not the proper thing to do if you out here running around doing stuff you ain't supposed to be doing. Let's be real about it. It's time to separate all of that, man. Most of the stuff y'all hearing out here nowadays, it don't be nothing but demon chanting and blueprints on how to murder. Y'all young ones, y'all getting into the prison system faster and faster and faster. And y'all getting in there younger and younger and younger. And a lot of y'all don't even want to be there. Y'all just feel like y'all have to portray this image for people to like y'all in the streets. And y'all don't have to do that. Y'all can be yourselves, be regular. Be regular. So what if they don't like you if you regular? So what if they don't fuck with you because you regular? You got a shot at life. Give yourself a shot. A lot of y'all cats out here ain't giving yourself shots at life. Y'all bugging out. Y'all stressing your parents out. Y'all stressing yourselves out because a lot of y'all can't roam the streets comfortably. For what? You wanted some Instagram fame to be looked at like somebody that's real. Half of y'all are going to jail. And now you got the little kids on it. They got the little kids on it. Y'all got the little kids out here thinking it's cool to be on gang time. Some of these kids ain't even get to high school yet. Y'all big ass grown ass men, grown ass stupid ass boys is recruiting these little babies to go out there and do dumb shit. Excuse my French. Go out to do dumbness that y'all wouldn't even put yourselves out there to do. And if you do, you the crash dummy. Dummies. Y'all recruiting these little babies out here. These little babies ain't even 13 years old. Y'all got them going against their parents, man, and anybody that care about them. If you don't care about yourself, then that's okay, man. But you ain't got to bring these little ones into the fold, man. These little ones ain't even giving themselves an opportunity to be right. And y'all see that they could be great, but y'all just want to corrupt their lives. For what? Being used as shields? Y'all want to use the babies as shields. It ain't cool to be in no gang, man. Just letting y'all know. You're gonna be in the gang, be in the legal gang. The legal gang is obtaining your own business and figuring out how to stack your own money legitimately to where you ain't got to worry about nothing crazy. But the streets is kind of cold anyway because mistaken identity could get somebody hurt too. These kids out here so lost on drugs, perks, lean, legal heroin, legal dope. Y'all are taking legal dope. And y'all think it's cool because y'all see people older than y'all taking legal dope. They gonna be the next dope fiends running around the street, and y'all gonna be right behind them, running with them. Y'all gonna be young dope fiends out here because y'all don't understand what y'all doing out here. Y'all following the trend or following somebody because they got a little bit of recognition for the moment. That recognition, if it ain't right, that light gonna fade. A lot of y'all kids is playing suicide with the streets. Streets don't love nobody. Streets will take you early. Streets will take your soul early. Streets will make you steal from your family. Streets will make you rob your own family. Streets will make you kill your own brother, man. It's not cool. We trying to change all of this, man. Go to Dixon for District 3, excuse me, Dixon for District3.com. Sign up. Get involved. We in the town. Hello? What up? What's good? Who? Word? All right, she. I'm good. Hit me and let me know what's up, man. All right. Yeah. Good. We good. Yeah, I got some shorts and stuff. We live. Uh huh. All right. All right. All right. Yo, no gangs for you young dudes. If you in a gang, figure out how you gonna get up out of that before the Rico catch you. Because the Rico coming. You think you're gonna be in a gang for long and you're gonna have all the fun. You're gonna be around all the chicks, you're gonna be around all the big names, you're gonna be getting all the money, you all in front of the cameras, everybody wanna take your picture, right? Them walls gonna close in. Look at every gang member that came before y'all. Look at every gang member that came before y'all where they ended up. It's either memorials or JPEGs or video visits. I don't know what's so fun about being in jail on a video visit. A lot of y'all dudes are stupid because y'all looking at dudes who's laid up in the prison cell on a video camera laughing and acting a fool. That's to hide all the pain they feeling. Some of them facing life, juvenile life. Some of you kids is 16, 17, watching other kids y'all age go to jail for 20 and 30 years. Listen to the number I'm telling y'all. You're 16 going to jail for 20 years. You miss out on everything. You come home, you're almost 40. Who knows what you went through up in the prison? Where's all the real dudes at that talk the realness? A lot of these dudes be going to jail young and fragile. And they be getting taken advantage of in prison, but they don't come home and tell you what happened to them. Some of the toughest dudes running around in the street ain't gonna tell you that they was in protective custody because they couldn't live where they was at in prison. If you're not blood, Aryan Nation, or any type of Latin gang, far as MS-13 and all that, you having a hard time in jail. Muslims, if you're not with the Muslim brothers, because nobody bothers the Muslim brothers for real. Not even the police so much. You rarely see that happen. But at the end of the day, if you're not with one of them, then you're going to be on an island and there's a bunch of sharks swimming around you. Mainly the Bloods. Because everywhere you go in the prison system, the blood rules. Casanova wrote a letter to the judge allegedly denouncing his gang, and that was the consequence for that. Blood in, blood out. All gangs live by that terminology: blood in, blood out. Even the Crips, but they don't believe in the terminology, but that's the definition of joining the Crips. You in for life or you out for life. The person who cut him probably was sent to do it. Pick a fight with him and then cut him. Cass got a hold of him, as you heard it. Cass got a hold of him. He was on top of him, but there was just blood coming out his face so bad, so he cut him with a nice one. It was either a sword, a rug cutter, or some homemade weapon that was sharpened to the T where it gashed the brother and he was pouring mad blood out his face while he was on the kid. Hopefully he survived. That much blood, they said, was everywhere. He was saturated in his blood. That means he lost a lot of blood. Hopefully he didn't lose too much. Y'all people who have the brain power to know what's going on, y'all see it. Y'all see what's going on. If this is not enough to make you young boys who have the opportunity to get out of that and go off and change your life, then I don't know what's going to happen. Stay positive, stay focused. Love us. I'm coming. Too big.